I always felt, even from the time I was young, that I would be an adoptive mother. I had no idea that, I would not be able to have children of my own, but I always felt strongly that, I wanted a large family.
I wanted to be a father. It was a rough road of fertility, and it was a rough road of disappointing adoptions falling through, birth mothers changing their minds. The kind of turning point on when I really opened up to foster care was the last time that a birth mother changed her mind. It was the Monday after Mother's Day a few years ago, and I had just finished putting the last piece of trim up in the baseboards and the nursery was all ready. It was a cold, rainy day, and I remember I had got the call, and I just went back into the house and I just walked into that room and I just started crying. And I prayed. I prayed that I would find a way for us, myself and Tiffany, to become parents.
I really like to believe that it was divine intervention that we were led here. Well, we have 6 children, all of whom were adopted through foster care, and we have 2 sibling groups. We have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So our 12-year-old son and our 5-year-old son are full siblings, and our 9-year-old daughter, 8-year-old son, 6-year-old daughter are full siblings, and then our 2-year-old is their half-sibling.
I stay home most of the time. Tiffany works full-time, and I do side projects at home in between the little windows of chaos that I manage throughout the day. Eli, do you want turkey or bologna?
Turkey.
A typical day can either start out with a lovely "Good morning, Daddy," or it could start out with a food fight with several bowls of cereal strewn from the back door to the living room.
Our son, who is now 12, has had a pretty traumatic, first couple of years of his life before he came to live with us.
Cody came to us when he was 4.5, just a little guy. He had this bright spot in his personality.
He had been diagnosed before with post-traumatic stress disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. He can become violent as far as hitting and so forth. And what is scary is he's only becoming bigger and a little bit more harder to control. So that is, that's difficult. And when he has tantrums, it will take either my husband or myself or both of us maybe an hour and a half to get him squared away and get him calmed down.
You could tell that there was something behind this kind of little tough guy facade that he had, and which is kind of ironic because he still has it.
It is, I think, difficult to get help for your kids. We had moved to the city, and I actually got lost and drove past the Children's Center and thought, what is this place? So I fully believe it was divine intervention. I feel the moment, just from the first time we brought Cody here, the girl that was doing the evaluation, just the thoroughness of her questions, I actually broke down in her office and I was like, we are going to get help for our children. I felt that this was going to be a comprehensive program that was really going to help our kids. I mean, I remember distinctly calling Blayne from the car and just sobbing, we have found a place that's going to help kids. And that was one thing for sure that was a huge relief. So that was just the starting point for us.
His artistic ability, I think that is going to serve him well, not only as an outlet that he can get happiness from, but I think as an outlet that he can help to work through life, a creative outlet for healing and for enjoyment. I'll talk to him about his drawings. His vocabulary is getting much stronger, but as far as being able to express through an artistic vocabulary, he's not quite there yet, but in his own terms, he'll be able to kind of tell you a little bit about why he draws certain images.
Eli is Cody's full sibling, and he was exposed to cocaine before he was born. We're seeing some of the same behaviors that we saw in Cody when he first came to us. And so we really, are lucky that being so young that we were able to find the Children's Center so that we can sort of head off some of those problems now at a younger age. Grace was exposed to drugs before she was born. She is very, very high-strung. She's very, very energetic. She's also someone, too, that needs a lot of energy and attention and needs to work on sort of being able to monitor her own behaviors and sort of get some coping skills. So she can go from being really calm to being very angry pretty quickly.
Almost seem like a demon sometimes that are hiding out in her, and I can see like through her eyes that she can't help what she's doing. And it's that also, like Cody, is a horrible feeling for a parent to feel helpless. Like there's something clearly that my child needs help with, and I don't know what to do. We're so thankful and so blessed that foster care had led us to all these many things in this path. And there are hundreds of people that we could thank along the way that we have had the honor of meeting and getting to know. I don't know who's helped these children more, if we've helped them or if they've helped us. We continue to get help from many, many new people and new friends, and we are just so very blessed to be where we are.